grassy square of a bigger field. He sees the lines and white marks of where the goals begin and end on the fake soccer turf, although he himself does not understand them. He's not into sports, and his legs rub awkwardly on the chips of plastic. The skin shivers in response. He grabs the strap of a crusted backpack with his hand. He brings it close to his ribs. The eyes glance at the street that lays down next to the soccer field. He looks up, and then down the street for an SUV with a worried face behind the windshield. The sun hasn't tripped and tumbled back under the horizon line, but everybody has left. The Solitude comes up and slowly sits next to him. He remembers when they, the Solitude, were old friends, but they are not now, and that's the way he'd like it. His fingers tap the ground, and he pushes his backpack to one side so he can flip and lay on his stomach. The red t-shirt he wears presses against the turf, and his shins are lifted and crisscrossing in a mild relaxation. The head is kept tilted up. He doesn't want to lose his view of the road. The phone rang this morning, and it was his mother. She talked so he could listen. She spoke with her words in different places. He answered, slowly. He envisioned her lips behind the phone, and he grabbed the words and drew them into bubble letters in his head. His mother's forehead is a bus transfer that's been in between his anxious hands too long. Her worried face, gray, lines just at the edges of her eyes. She's never late and has a tendency to worry about her only child much more than needed. Every morning, she makes sure he has a jacket for school and a kiss on his cheek. She arranges the food in his lunchbox neatly, packs him everything he likes even if he doesn't ask for it, and sets out his clothes before he opens his eyes. Lately, he started taking off his jacket once at his bus stop and swiping the spot the kiss was laid even though there's never a mark. He doesn't plan on telling her. He, never in his life, has really told her anything, and prefers simple answers when she asks him about his day. His neck is sore from keeping his eyes up so they can fixate on the road. The sun has slipped just a little further. Turf that stuck onto the skin makes little indents randomly, everything above the elbow blessed with field and shredded plastic. He sits back up, touches his backpack for reassurance, and continues to wait with his head slightly tilted. The hands and the fingers are unsure of what to do with themselves, so they rest quietly on the knee. The mind is going other places out of boredom of waiting. He is surprising himself for not being scared or worried, because in the very back of his brain, he knows she has always come back. She has always come around to pick him up or return home. She always comes back.